Welcome to Shooting the Shit with Rhonda and T. Tonight we are reviewing Love and Marriage Detroit, Season 1, Episode 9. Whew. I think there's only one more of these left too, isn't there? Is there any more of
I
these?
think so. I hope so.
Okay, so the show starts with Anthony screaming in Brandon's face. They still down to the beach. And, he all up in the man's face talking about, I don't have a problem with you, dog. I don't have a problem with you. And Brandon is like, back up. I don't know what kind of reaction you'd be trying to get when you get in somebody's face talking about, I'm trying to look you eye to eye, man to man. No,
you want some problems.
Yeah. You all up in my boundary. So back to hell up. Anthony said there's been disrespect on both sides. And he's been trying to clear stuff up. That's all he's been trying to do.
What did boy do?
Bravo?
Yeah, no.
Brandon.
Mm-hmm.
What did he do? Nothing to Anthony.
Well, I'm trying to see the both sides. I'm still trying to see it.
He did stuff, but not to Anthony. None of it was to Anthony.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
This is what they decide to do. The same as they always do. They just decide to end the argument in a very weird place. Hey, the ladies are probably coming back, so let's just agree to disagree.
Oh, geez.
The girls are on the boat. They talking about, Kobe having a baby. Kobe said, not today. Not today. I don't blame her.
She probably ain't getting no help. She ain't getting no help. So
no, her daughter's little.
Right.
Like, not everybody want to do that. So she's like, that's okay. What's the name, Christina? You just want to be her to be stuck like you've been stuck for the last 6 years, putting everything on hold. No, I'm not. So they get back over there and lollygag for a second, pretending like everything is resolved. None of these people still like each other much. Bravo and his girl are enjoying this free trip because they don't have no problems. And so they're having a good time. They back at the house getting ready for dinner. And Brandon and Christina are in the room discussing, how things went earlier that day at the beach and at the water. And so Christina says she sat down, she made it a point to sit down next to LaToya on purpose so that LaToya knows that everything is good. And I was like, oh, so it is a real rule in Detroit. She sat next to her so she knows everything is good. Because if she had sat far away, there might have been a problem. But she still wants to have a conversation. Did they have the conversation?
I thought we did 1,000 times. I thought we did as soon as we got here.
Didn't we have the conversation already?
We did.
Yeah, when we got there.
When we got here, we were supposed to be done with it. I don't understand.
We're not done. And Brandon says, you know what? Now that you mention it, he feels like Anthony has a target on his back. And he's not wrong, because it seems like Anthony has a target on his back.
You think?
Poor Brandon. He tells her about the whole Anthony invited Lyrique over to the showcase. And she was like, really?
She was like, Lyrique? Sean. Not Lyrique. Y'all call him Lyrique. I call him Sean.
I've been knowing him for a long time. So I'm just going to call him Sean. Y'all can call him Lyrique because we've been knowing each other. I was like, that's not how I would have expected her to respond. But you were over there having what was he having? An emotional connection with the last lady. That was his
So she gonna play on that.
So she's like, oh, so Sean's back?
Right.
Because she know what really happened between him and the girl who was his
Right, and had her all up in her face.
Had her, yeah.
Chabu.
Well, anyway, she said that her and Sean used to work together back in the day, and he started having some kind of love thing, and things got weird, so they parted ways. And I'm like, what an interesting way to say that. Well, what was it? What happened? What does that mean?
Things got weird.
He had this kind of love thing for her, and then things got weird. What does all of that mean?
I don't know. You came to the picture? I don't know. He
Well,
said
she didn't even say
apart.
that to him. Did she? She didn't say that to him. She said that in her confessional, the one she had by herself. That's why I was like, okay, this is one of those situations where I'm not stupid, and she said a lot of words, but it doesn't make sense. What are you saying? He had a love thing and things got weird. I need, like, speak clearly. This is why y'all have to keep on having conversations over and over and over again, because this double speak that you do is confusing as hell. They sit down to dinner, and Anthony, of course, is a content creator. Did Anthony do a lot of stuff? He's a photo shoot director. This week he's a content creator. He's better than Colby, even though that's what she does.
I didn't see him take her to the side. Did y'all even think about it till Colby did it? Nobody thought about it. Nobody said, hey, let's do a photo shoot.
Well, his pictures are better with the food and the wine. Got to get the wine in there. But boom, opulence. Anyway, girl, they have dinner, and around dessert time, Christina pulls out a situation box. Have you ever done that at your dinners?
No, I'm not doing that.
Nobody brings up.
It's like Simone. I was thinking like, oh God, who calls?
Isn't it funny how when you get together with your girls, y'all don't have no problems having conversation without a situation box to get the juices flowing? Well, the situation box is everybody writes down a question, you stick it in the box, and it's anonymous, so nobody knows where the question came from. And then somebody reads the question, and that's where the party gets started. So, first question. How do husbands want their wives to initiate sex? I'm guessing this was Bravo's question because he was ready with the answer. He's ready for head. That's how he would like for it to start. Get to it. Put out, get to it. That's what you want. I think that question definitely came from Bravo. Brandon was uncomfortable. He spit out his food. So I don't know what him and Christina.
Why would that make Brandon uncomfortable?
Did you see his reaction?
Yeah, but why though? I would thought that was been most of the men's response.
I would say all the men were probably very glad to get the question out there. Yeah. I just feel like Bravo was the one that wrote it because his answer came with instructions. Brandon said the men want to feel sexy. Like the women are used to feeling sexy. So if the women initiate, then, the men get a chance to feel sexy too. Everybody except Russell, because Russell be down there feeling sexy and being sexy.
Russell already sexy. And not you, Russell. We know you're sexy.
We know you're sexy. Russell said, yes, I'm sexy. And on that note, I'm also tired. I'm gonna go to bed because I'm tired of y'all. Y'all have me down to the beach with my football. I did not get a chance to play football. All I had to do was stand there because you and Brandon were spitting in each other's face, having an argument about the showcase. The ladies go out to the bonfire. I enjoyed this vacation. They got on my nerves, but it was really pretty. Christina asked LaToya, like, why do you have a problem with me? We back on that again.
This is what I'm talking about.
Then LaToya never really articulates really in a good way what her problem is. You bringing up, what's this girl? Colby, how are you mad or irritated with her about something that happened with Colby? I can understand you being irritated with her saying something about your husband, but your husband keeps starting shit.
Her
So
husband start the shit. And then what's her name? What's the girl name?
which one? Christina?
Christina.
Colby?
Christina, do you really care that she
I
has
think
a
she
problem
does.
with you?
I
Why?
think she does because she wants to fit in the group. Like if she doesn't, you know what I'm saying?
Then
Who's
who
gonna
wants
have
to,
her back? Brandon? No.
well shit, we know that ain't gonna happen. Nobody has her back. But she seemed like she wants to be the queen bee
But
anyway.
she's antagonizing people and then acting like she doesn't know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Because Christine, I mean, I
She
feel like
doesn't seem
Latoya
like
was
a
like
girl's girl.
Christina,
Mm-hmm.
not at all.
Mm-mm.
No.
Mm-mm.
And she's, I think that like weird girl like Marlo that just wants to be the center of attention.
Mm-hmm. That's all I was like, do you
That's
really
not how
care?
that works. Latoya is like, she's a whole doctor. She doesn't have to try to be the center of attention.
Yeah. Yeah.
So where does that leave her?
I
And
can see
Colby
her
is the
caring.
instant. Colby is the influencer. Like as much as you want to say she's your little sister and she got it from you, but she's the one that's being the most successful at it right now.
Yeah, because I can see you wanting to be really wanting to be Kobe's friend, but I don't see it with Latoya. You and Latoya don't seem like you have anything in
We're
common.
preachers' kids. All of y'all are though.
Yeah.
All y'all preachers' kids sitting at the dinner table talk about giving head.
Mm-mm. Well, that was Bravo.
Yeah, that one was Bravo. Anyway, Bravo's girl chimes in like, girl, maybe we ain't just, let it go. So they get back to what is it that they always say? Agree to disagree. They all good. Everybody good. We're all good. Nobody's good because nobody has moved any further than where they were a minute ago. So that's what they are with that. So Bravo invites Marcel to come to speak at the man movement.
Well, then
He stood there bigging up Marcel, and I was like, Bravo, dang, I liked you, but now I don't.
mm-mm. Bravo come with surprises every week, don't he? First, we didn't know he was married. Here come a wife, and now he's the one who brought Marcel. I
He
thought it
brought
was
Marcel
Anthony.
on.
They just put
Christina.
it out there this whole time like it was Anthony.
That's how they put it out there.
Mm-hmm.
Look here, Christina, why are you worried about Latoya and Colby being the queen of the show? I think Bravo is your queen.
Yeah.
He invited Marcel. He said Marcel put Huntsville on the map. I did not know that.
No.
They talked about having a black lounge in Detroit. Maybe, I guess. But he from Pontiac. He said he ain't even from Detroit.
Yeah.
It's funny because Anthony is sitting there like telling Marcel about the man movement and the way he's explaining things. He's talking about, teaching the youth about voting and policy and internships. And I was like, he's selling it. He's very good at selling it. He don't execute nothing though, because everything he said sounded like a good,
It sounds good.
Then what's supposed to happen?
He's supposed to execute it. He don't have that.
He doesn't, because he be trying to act like he knows how to do everything. I mean, what's his name? Marcel's gonna speak. He's down to do it, but we heard him speak at the expo, so we know he's not very good at being a guest speaker. So
Maybe Bravo should have watched the episode while he was bigging him up.
Bravo didn't have none of his business. This is right. I was like, he said all those things wrong. That is so funny. So Brandon goes to visit his mother for his birthday. She was making him a cake. And he keeps saying they really don't communicate. And at first I wasn't understanding that, but I was like, is there something wrong with his mother? I'm gonna just get straight to it because I don't understand what was going on there.
His mama said, fuck them kids. She said, dude, you was 2 years old and I tried to talk to you, your ass won't talk back. So fuck
She's
them kids.
for real. She said, well, I mean, that's what she said with the therapist, but we might as well get into that. She said he would roll over and suck his thumb. And he said, to my thumb, how old was I? And she said, 8, maybe younger. I don't know. And I was like, it was definitely younger. He was not still sucking his thumb by the time he was 8 years old. He said it wasn't easy growing up in the hood as a Bible kid with a white mom. And she said it wasn't easy being white in the hood. And I'm like, well, what was she doing there? Why was she in the hood? How did she get there? And why didn't she leave? Does he have any siblings?
Yeah. Didn't they show him with siblings?
Oh, they showed
the
him
picture?
sitting on her lap with a smaller child, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess they was there with daddy and then daddy passed away and she was stuck there. She can't go back where she from with them black kids, can she?
Maybe not, because she doesn't seem like, it doesn't seem like it would be a welcome situation. She must have been from the outskirts. She not from Detroit. Now Anthony said that he was from the suburbs, and now he's saying he was in the hood. Maybe she started out in the suburbs. Maybe she's from the suburbs and he's from the hood. I don't know. She agreed to go to therapy. It's weird because she was like, I'm not trying to make this no thing though. Like, I'll do it, but it's not gonna be something you'll have to look for me to do
time, but don't think I'm gonna be
one
there
and done. That's gonna be it. Because for me, I'm fine with things the way they are. And
I ain't gotta talk to your ass.
That's so
I'm good making this little cake for your ass on your birthday and get the hell on.
That's what she said, basically. And I was like, is there something wrong with her?
She don't like him. She probably like, hell, get over it. Kenya Morrisman didn't even talk to her and they was in the same house. At least I tried to talk to your ass.
When she said sucking his thumb, I was like, oh, well, how does that even look like?
So I tried to talk to you one time. You ain't.
Oh my God. Right. Because I'm like, I feel like that's like a weekly thing. It'd be good. And then you'd be like, let me try to break through this new barrier. That is, I don't know. That was weird shit. Man movement. It's time for the man movement march. It's a rainy day. So that's slowing things down. You got Anthony and LaToya over at the venue. The chairs are still stacked against the wall. I don't know what kind of hall that was, but there was no preparation for the movement. I was like, so they're gonna have to
do that. He was supposed to do that. Anthony. That's when you rent a hall, it look like a hall. You got to put the shit together. He didn't know. There was chairs. And then LaToya was like, listen, I was gonna try to help him, but I was like, she set him up. Like, she let him look a fool. Yeah. Because she probably tried and he said some smart ass shit. And she was like, all right. Because we know like, we don't have time for this. We've got things going over here in my business that needs to get done, and you over here wasting time. She knows that everything that comes out of his mouth is bullshit. That's why I don't know why she's sitting over here acting like she's so offended that somebody said something about him. Bravo starts, he comes in the door, then Russell and Colby come in, like nobody's there except for the people that are on the cast. And then Russell said it's 5 minutes before the thing is supposed to start. So 5 minutes before, nothing happening. They're just standing there. Marcel comes in. Marcel thought it was gonna be a crowd. He came in like, what is this? Y'all should have put Melanie on the flyer. Not for the men's movement. I'm just saying. All these men in Detroit, really? Did you advertise it at all? I was like, you have all these pastors, all these churches, Kobe's father, your wife's father. I don't know where Christina's people how about is. Don't call it the men's movement. I'm just saying. How about call it some kind of mentorship, and maybe you would have drew, because I'm like, Brandon, what the fuck? Like, when you hear men's movement, it don't really sound positive.
It just don't. It sounds like it's finna be on some masculinity BS. But when he talk about it, like you said, it sounds good, but it sounds more like a mentorship for young men.
It sounds like ain't nobody coming. Nobody's
That's how
there.
he packaged it.
There's 12
That's how
people.
he packaged it.
I was like, y'all spent I don't know how many days in Traverse City arguing about Brittany, but why didn't you call Brittany and have her publicize you got a publicist? Is that what a publicist is supposed to do?
Yeah.
Publicize? You've got all these churches, you don't have nobody from the congregation.
Because ain't nobody know what the hell that shit meant.
It's on the flyer, according to Colby, so they should have understood it because it's written right there.
Colby said she got it. She understood it after they got to talking about it. Colby, your ass ain't know what it was.
Because we done marched around the corner, and that's what they did. The speakers spoke, and they marched around the block, and they came back.
They didn't have no signs. They wasn't saying nothing. They were just a bunch of black dudes walking down.
And he was just telling them, this is this building over here, and this is this building over here.
They know they all from Detroit.
They live there. They know what the building is.
Right.
There's no guess. I was like,
His own kids wasn't there. You talking about mentorship. Where was his kids?
Christina said she wasn't going, and I don't blame her because she was like,
but he had male kids. Didn't we see him with his son at the gym when it first started?
Yeah,
that kid wasn't even there. Child. Epic fail.
It was actually very successful. It was actually a historical. So don't be a hater like Brandon, because what it was is a historical.
Hater.
I'm just saying, that's what the man said. He said it's very successful. This time, like usually under normal circumstances, he brings out more numbers, but it wasn't about the numbers. It wasn't about the quantity. It was about the quality. And they hit it out the park on this one. And LaToya's proud of him because she said she was. So I'm going to go with that. Brandon and his mother do therapy. I want them to don't do therapy anymore. That lady walked in the door. She did not hug her son. She stood there with the mask. It was all very weird. Like she was coming over to, they said, welcome to the house. So she's never been there before. And then when the therapist came in, she came straight in the door and gave him a hug.
Well, we know she's not welcome there.
Well, now I see what Christina was talking about, though. I was like, oh no, Christina, she's a strange lady. I just feel like there's something more there that I'm not, that is not being said. We trying to act like this lady is normal, and it's not normal. Her whole thing is like, I want to have conversations with him sometimes, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't.
When my soaps is on, though.
The lady said, what did you hear? And Brandon said she heard, he received it as she could take it or leave it. And I'm like, because that's how she said it. She said things are fine the way they are. So we're going to see next week. She said, somebody said they call their mama every day. She said that is not going to happen.
She's not doing that. She don't want to hear from him every day. Child.
It's not even funny.
It's just horrible.
It's horrible.
She said not. I don't know.
I think it's something wrong with her. Seriously, for real. I think it goes a little bit beyond, because it's like an episode of Dr. Phil.
Is it just to him, or do the other child? Is the other child like that, or do the other child got a relationship? I doubt it. I
don't think she likes.
I think she just leave me alone in my house.
And when I see the pictures of the daddy, I'm like, so what exactly was going on here?
Yeah, because she looked like an old woman in them pictures. Now, you know what I'm saying? I know they age different, but she looks significantly older than the dad.
He looks sad in that picture, in that baby picture. Brandon did. Not making me laugh. It's not even funny. That's it. That's all, y'all. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and we gonna see next week how the showcase turns out. How about that, Larique? I'm gonna call this nigga Sean. He's disrespectful as hell.
Yeah, because he can be.
I mean,
Brandon is a punk.
and so on that note, we'll see y'all later.
Peace.
Bye.